EastEnders Joel Marshall's lies have finally caught up with him, as he learns that the police possess solid proof of his violent assault on Vicki Fowler. During disturbing scenes last week, Joel viciously attacked his stepmother after she challenged his sexist behavior, leaving her badly hurt and rushed to hospital. At first, Ross refused to believe that his son was behind the brutal act, but he was forced to confront the truth when he stumbled upon the video Joel recorded of the shocking incident. With no other option left, Ross made the painful decision to report his own son and went out in search of him. Meanwhile, Tommy had been sheltering Joel at the Vic, but eventually did the right thing by revealing his whereabouts. Soon after, armed officers stormed the garage where Joel had been hiding and took him into custody, all in front of Ross, Tommy, and the stunned community. In the latest episode, Julie volunteered to act as Joel's appropriate adult at the police station, while Ross visited Vicki in hospital once more, and Sharon made it clear that Joel would never step foot in her home again. At Vicki's bedside, Ross repeatedly apologized as she recounted the terrifying ordeal, but she grew furious when he admitted that he still planned to see Joel eventually. Julie later informed Ross that Joel's DNA samples had been collected and that the teen was asking to see him. Despite Vicki's anger, Ross headed to the station and watched Joel's questioning from outside the room. Elsewhere, Tommy was also questioned by police and broke down in tears, expressing deep remorse for helping Joel escape. It's still uncertain whether Tommy will face charges, but Kat and Alfie comforted him, relieved that he had finally realized the seriousness of what happened. Joel attempted to deceive investigators, insisting that the incident was accidental and that he had only acted in self-defense against Vicki. He frantically tried to justify his actions, but it was pointless, as officers already had overwhelming video evidence. When detectives pressed him further, Joel became fixated on how they got the footage and flew into a rage after realizing his father was the one who handed it over. "We're finished," he screamed at Ross from the interview room. "Do you hear me? We're done. He's dead to me." Now, the question remains, will Joel face prison time for his savage assault, and how will Ross cope with the devastating fallout? EastEnders Harry in deadly danger as Kojo escapes, but a grim twist follows. Harry Mitchell's nightmare hostage ordeal plunges to terrifying new depths in upcoming EastEnders episodes, as his desperate attempt to protect Kojo Asare spirals into chaos and heartbreak. In recent episodes of the BBC soap, viewers watched in horror as Oki Okiere and Ravi Gulati turned ruthless, capturing Harry and keeping him locked away in a hidden garage after suspecting he was the one who planted a secret surveillance camera that threatened to expose their drug trafficking network. Convinced Harry had betrayed them, Oki and Ravi decided to make an example of him, leaving the young Mitchell trapped, bruised, and terrified, with no idea how, or if, he'll make it out alive. Meanwhile, Kojo Asare remains unknowingly entangled in the criminal's web, still being used as a drug mule to carry out dangerous deliveries across the country. His family, however, remain completely in the dark, believing his story that he's simply attending a motor expo in Cardiff, unaware that he's being manipulated and controlled by dangerous people. As next week unfolds, Harry remains under Oki's oppressive control, physically and mentally drained, as he endures the psychological torment of his captor. But elsewhere, George Knight begins to sense something is very wrong. With Kojo's absence dragging on and his phone calls becoming increasingly vague, George's instincts tell him his brother is in trouble, and his growing concern threatens to blow the criminal's cover. When Oki learns that George has started asking questions, he becomes furious and paranoid, fearing that the entire operation could unravel. To regain control, he orders Harry to call Kojo immediately, demanding that he calm George's suspicions and keep him quiet. Harry hesitantly agrees, but when Kojo answers, he makes a split-second decision that could cost him everything. He warns Kojo to run for his life and never come back. The defiance pushes Oki to the edge. Realizing Harry has betrayed him yet again, Oki's temper explodes, and the tension in the lockup reaches a terrifying boiling point. Harry's courage quickly turns to fear as Oki lashes out violently, delivering a chilling warning that leaves Harry shaken to his core. Back in Walford, Teddy Mitchell grows increasingly alarmed after receiving an unusual and out-of-character text from Harry's phone. The message feels wrong, cold, distant, and unlike his son's usual tone. Sensing that something isn't adding up, Teddy confides in his brother Billy, voicing his worst fears. Refusing to sit back any longer, Teddy vows to travel to Cardiff himself to find out what's really going on, unaware of just how much danger his son is already in. Later in the week, events take a disturbing and heartbreaking twist. As Oki's paranoia deepens, Kojo unexpectedly returns to his flat, completely unaware that danger is waiting for him inside. The moment he steps through the door, he walks straight into Oki's trap, and the nightmare begins all over again. Harry is horrified and guilt-ridden, realizing that his desperate efforts to save Kojo have backfired catastrophically. Both men are now at Oki's mercy, trapped and powerless as he grows more unstable by the minute. With Ravi currently out of Walford and Oki left to his own devices, the question looms: how far will he go to maintain control, and will anyone reach Harry and Kojo before it's too late? EastEnders stars pay tribute to legend Tony Caunter after he dies aged 88. Actor Tony Caunter, best known for portraying Roy Evans in EastEnders, has sadly passed away at the age of 88. Caunter first appeared as the much-loved Roy Evans in 1994, remaining on the BBC soap until 2003. During his time on the show, he was involved in some of Walford's most unforgettable storylines, including his marriage to Pat Butcher and the heartbreaking moment he discovered her affair with Frank Butcher. The official EastEnders social media accounts paid tribute to the late actor, writing, "We are deeply saddened to hear about the passing of Tony Caunter. Tony will always be remembered fondly by everyone at EastEnders for his warmth, sense of humour, and genuine kindness." Viewers instantly fell in love with Roy Evans, who became one of the show's most cherished characters. Roy's deep affection for Pat, despite his memorable remark about her earrings, gave us one of Albert Square's most iconic romances. Tony leaves behind a legacy of love, laughter, and respect, and our thoughts are with his family and friends at this difficult time. Former co-star Sean Williamson, who played Barry Evans, Roy's on-screen son, also paid his respects with a heartfelt message and a photo of the two together. He wrote, "Rip Tony Caunter. He was like a second father to me. I learned so much from him, not only about acting, but about life itself. A truly great actor and a wonderful man. I'll miss him deeply." Among the many tributes in the comments section, Patsy Palmer reflected, "Beautiful memories of a beautiful man. He was so kind and funny during a time when my career was full of creativity and joy. God bless you, Tony." Dean Gaffney simply commented, "Legend," while Michelle Collins added, "Lovely man, XX." The heartbreaking news was later confirmed by Tony Caunter's family, who shared an emotional statement. "It is with immense sadness that we announce the passing of our wonderful father, Tony Caunter. He died peacefully yesterday evening, just 8 days after his beloved wife of 63 years, Fran, also passed away. Dad was 88 years old and lived a rich, fulfilling life both on and off screen. He leaves behind a daughter, 3 sons, 7 grandchildren, and 4 great-grandchildren. He will be deeply missed by us all." EastEnders continues to air Monday through Thursday at 7:30 p.m. on BBC One, with episodes also available early from 6 a.m. on BBC iPlayer before their television broadcast.